For 2,000 years, we've wondered what Jesus Christ truly looked like. Artists painted him. Historians debated. Skeptics questioned. But now, artificial intelligence has done something that's leaving scientists, theologians, and millions around the world absolutely speechless. What AI just revealed about the Shroud of Turin will shake everything you thought you knew about the face of Jesus. This isn't just another theory. This is cutting-edge technology analyzing the most studied artifact in human history, an artifact that has baffled scientists for centuries. And what it's revealing right now is causing a worldwide reaction that nobody saw coming. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll see the reconstruction that's changing everything. But first, you need to understand why this matters so much. Think about every image of Jesus you've ever seen. Blue eyes, light brown hair, European features. These images have shaped Christianity for centuries. But here's the truth. None of these artists ever saw Jesus. They painted what their culture expected to see. Jesus was a Jewish man from Nazareth, born in 1st century Israel. Isaiah 53 verse 2 tells us, "He had no beauty or majesty to attract us to him, nothing in his appearance that we should desire him." He wasn't painted by his disciples. No photographs existed. For 2,000 years, his true appearance remained one of Christianity's greatest mysteries. Before we reveal what AI discovered, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This channel is dedicated to uncovering biblical truth through modern science and archaeology. You don't want to miss what's coming next. Now, let's talk about the artifact that changed everything. The Shroud of Turin. A 14-foot linen cloth bearing the faint image of a crucified man. For centuries, millions have believed this is the actual burial cloth of Jesus Christ. And the evidence is staggering. Look at what scientists have documented. Wounds matching crucifixion exactly as described in the Gospels. Nail marks through the wrists, not the palms like traditional art shows, which is anatomically correct for Roman crucifixion. A spear wound in the side, just as John 19 verse 34 describes. Crown of thorns punctures around the entire head. Scourge marks covering the back, consistent with Roman flagellation. But here's what's truly remarkable. The image on this cloth isn't painted. It's not dyed. It's not scorched. Scientists have studied this for decades and still can't explain how the image was formed. It's a photographic negative created 1,400 years before photography was invented. In 1898, photographer Secondo Pia took the first photograph of the shroud. When he developed the negative, he nearly dropped the plate. The negative image revealed a positive picture, a perfect photographic image of a man's face and body. This shouldn't be possible with medieval technology. Yes, there was controversial carbon dating in 1988 that suggested a medieval origin. But here's what they don't tell you. That sample came from a repaired corner patch added in the Middle Ages. Recent studies using different methods date the cloth to the 1st century. Pollen samples match plants from Jerusalem. Blood stains are real human blood, type AB common in Middle Eastern populations. Now, enter artificial intelligence. In 2024, researchers used advanced AI technology to do something never before possible: create a 3-dimensional reconstruction of the face on the Shroud of Turin. This wasn't guesswork. The AI analyzed over 1 million data points from the shroud image. It measured every shadow, every contour, every detail of the facial features. It used forensic facial reconstruction technology, the same technology police use to identify victims and solve crimes. The AI studied the blood patterns, the wound locations, the anatomical proportions. It factored in 1st century Jewish facial features, Middle Eastern bone structure, and the effects of crucifixion trauma. And then it revealed a face. This is what artificial intelligence believes Jesus Christ actually looked like. Look at this face. Really look at it. This isn't the Jesus of Renaissance paintings. This is a Middle Eastern Jewish man who lived 2,000 years ago. And the world's reaction has been overwhelming. Millions have seen this reconstruction. Some are shocked. Some are moved to tears. Some are angry because it challenges their expectations. But here's what matters. This face tells a story of suffering, strength, and profound humanity. Notice the features: darker skin tone, consistent with someone from ancient Judea. Strong nose, prominent cheekbones, typical of Semitic ancestry. Short hair and beard, matching first-century Jewish customs. Signs of trauma around the eyes and forehead from the crown of thorns. Swelling and bruising consistent with the beating described in Matthew 27. This is the face that was struck by Roman soldiers. The face that was spat upon. The face that looked down from the cross and said, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." Isaiah 52 verse 14 prophesied, "His appearance was so disfigured beyond that of any human being." This reconstruction shows us that reality. Jesus didn't suffer abstractly. He suffered physically, visibly, brutally. And he did it for you and me. But does science support this? Let's look at what experts are saying. Dr. Giulio Fanti, professor of mechanical engineering at the University of Padua, has spent decades studying the shroud. His research confirms the image contains three-dimensional information encoded in a two-dimensional format, something impossible to create with medieval technology. The shroud image has perfect anatomical proportions. The blood flows follow gravity exactly as they would on a crucified body. The wounds match Roman crucifixion methods, documented in historical records. Forensic pathologists have confirmed the blood patterns are consistent with a real crucifixion victim. The AB blood type found on the shroud is rare in Europe, but common in the Middle East. Dirt particles on the cloth match limestone found specifically in Jerusalem. Even the weave of the linen matches first-century Syrian textile patterns. Every scientific detail points to one conclusion: this cloth wrapped a real crucifixion victim from first-century Jerusalem. Now here's where this gets truly profound. Why would God preserve this image? Why allow us to see this face after 2,000 years? I believe it's because we needed to see the reality of his sacrifice. We needed to understand that Jesus wasn't a myth, wasn't a symbol, wasn't just a spiritual concept. He was real. He was human. He suffered real pain. John 1 verse 14 says, "The Word became flesh and dwelt among us." This reconstruction shows us that flesh. It shows us the humanity of God. When you see this face weathered, wounded, Middle Eastern real, it changes how you read the Gospels. When Jesus says in Matthew 11 verse 28, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened," you're hearing it from this face. When he weeps over Jerusalem, it's these eyes that shed tears. When he says from the cross, "It is finished," it's these lips that speak those words. Now, I know some of you are thinking, is this really Jesus? Can we be certain? Here's my honest answer. We can't be 100% certain this is Jesus' burial cloth. Faith doesn't require absolute proof. But consider this. Every scientific test that can be performed has been performed. And every result points toward authenticity. The image formation is unexplainable by modern science. The anatomical accuracy is perfect. The historical details match the gospel accounts exactly. The geographical evidence points to Jerusalem. The dating methods support a first-century origin. Even if you remain skeptical about the shroud itself, this AI reconstruction shows us what a first-century Jewish crucifixion victim from Nazareth would actually look like. And that alone is historically valuable. But for believers, this is more than historical curiosity. This is an invitation to know Jesus more deeply, not as we've imagined him, but as he truly was. The release of this AI reconstruction has sparked a global conversation. Millions have shared it. Churches are discussing it. Families are talking about it at dinner tables. And here's what's beautiful. People from every nation are seeing themselves in this face. African Christians say, "He looks like us." Asian believers say, "He could be from our village." Middle Eastern followers say, "This is our brother."